Greetings. This is Skylar Saunders seeing what's current. Now, I usually don't do this. I don't do this in the same week, usually, unless there's a major event. But this seems kind of major in a way. The judge for the YSL RICO case is now admitting lyrics into the proceedings. I think that is disgusting. I think that is wrong. I think that is evil. I think that is, a miscarriage of justice. It's definitely wrong in the eyes of anyone who values the First Amendment. The prosecution has said that the defense seems to think that if the Unabombers manifesto had been put to music, it wouldn't have counted against them. Well, the manifesto wasn't art. That's the difference. And you're telling a detailed plan about killing certain people or destroying property. That's totally different from, putting into a rap song or poem or a screenplay or a rock song or something like that. It's totally different. So I think Judge Glanville, made the wrong decision there. I guess he's trying to level out his ire for the prosecution. He was very flustered. He was very, taken aback at the fact that they weren't putting their evidence out in quick and expedient fashion. So Rick James said something earlier, so I'm right on time. Right on time. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what you maybe you need to set your clock back. you're still on 5 o'clock time. But salute to you anyway. So I just want to. It's not really a deep dive. It's just a update. Really, it's all over the different pages. I saw it on Billboard. It's on HipHopDX. It's on Hot New Hip Hop. It's on a lot of the rap zines, and as well as like I said, the larger and more established newspapers like the New York Times. But the New York Times didn't get the wrong lyrics. The prosecution has lyrics that weren't even uttered by these rappers, including Slim Thug, aka or PKA, by his legal name Jeffrey Williams. And I'll just give you a few by his associates especially. So here are the wrong lyrics. One of the Slime members, young Slime members, Yak Gotti, his lyrics on Unfolks Mob Ties, Knocking Off Your Big Homie Bitch, didn't appear in the song. It wasn't even in the song. It wasn't even there. There's also Yak Gotti doesn't appear on the song at all. And there's a similar iteration found on 24 Heavy's Look. Okay. And on Anybody, the documents claim the lyrics are ready for war like I'm Russia. I get all types of cash. I'm a general. When it's actually ready for war like I'm Russia, latest Chanel for the luggage. So it's just little things like that that should be able to be, bolster the Young Thug and company's position on using rap lyrics. You can't even use the right lyrics. So that obviously would discount you from being able to display what you want said in the court of law. I mean, how's that even possible? How's that even figure? And the prosecution also said, if they used Johnny Cash's famous line, "I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die." If they had found him in the right county at the right spot and this exact person, they would have used that and it would have been a done closed case. No. Difference between art and reality are totally different. You're talking about art. You're talking about a recreation of reality. You're recreating reality. It's not a documentary. It's actually art. It's actually something that has to be created out of nothing. And it's a recreation of the artist's value judgments. That's what art is. the recreation of an artist's metaphysical value judgments. That's the whole notion behind what art has to reflect. And to use them in a court of law is against all principle. There should be no way that people should be able to go into a court of law. The prosecution, the DA, should not be able to say that, oh, look at these lyrics. He's saying he wants to chop off his head. And look, he chopped off his head in real life. Oh, my God. No, that's not how that works. Art disrespects that he just chopped off the guy's head in the song. If he really chopped off the guy's head, that means that he really chopped off the guy's head. Or if he didn't. You can't have the lyrics paint the picture, because it could be anything. And then he was with his girlfriend. Was he with his girlfriend? Maybe he wasn't with his girlfriend. In the lyrics it says he was, but then again, she's saying that she wasn't. So do you still go by the lyrics, even though that you're having conflicting reports? That's how serious this is. It's a very deep situation when it comes to the First Amendment, and the right to express oneself. And I'm not caping for Young Thug. I'm just pointing out facts, because I mean, the level of people that would have to be implicated in this fight over words would have to be the record label, would have to be all the executives, would have to be everybody else. They have to be implicated as well. If that has to be, if you want to go by art, if you want to go by people's lyrics in the rap albums, you have to go by all the executives that produced the album, the people that were involved with the creation of the album or the song, the mixer, the master, the people that created the master copy. All of them should be implicated as well, and that's how ridiculous it is. And like I just showed you earlier, the wrong lyrics. They can't even get the lyrics right. So how can you even take them seriously if you can't even get the right lyrics down? How is that even possible? It doesn't make any sense at all. You have these young men. I think they're all under 30. Let me check. Let me make 100% sure. Let me check. Let me check. Okay, they're not all under 30. Young Thug is 32. Okay, so they're not all under 30, but that's still young age. That's still young. That's not, it's still young man, and they're probably in their late 20s or early 30s as well. And he is facing a life sentence. He's facing life behind bars. Now, I don't think he'll get that, even if whatever the trial hasn't even started yet. It starts on the 27th of November this month, so it's hard to even tell what the jury's really going to look at, what they're going to find. But ridiculous statements like the Johnny Cash line and the Unabomber set to music, like that's just stupid. That's not even these are college educated, well thought out, supposedly individuals, and they're showing themselves to be buffoons. It's a mockery of the justice system. Using lyrics. Are you serious? Using the lyrics. I've said this before. That's why I didn't want to go in on this, but they forced my hand. They forced my hand to talk about it. It doesn't make any sense, because look at all the different rappers. Think about all the lyrics that different rappers have had over the years. I mean, there's too many to name. How many the body count's probably in the tens of thousands of people who have been killed in rap lyrics. It's probably in somewhere around there. How many people have been murdered, chopped up, shot, set ablaze? All in rap, just rap lyrics. Never mind, movie lyrics, not lyrics, movie scenes or characters or something like that. So the writer of Jason or Freddy Krueger or any of those movies like that, they go on the stand for murder, and are their screenplays going to be admitted for evidence of their crimes? I wonder, would Martin Scorsese have to go on the stand, stand trial for Goodfellas and um, Casino, even though they were also both based on actual events. But you would say that's ridiculous. That's stupid because it doesn't make any sense. But when it comes to rap lyrics, it's totally different. Chucky. Okay, Rick James is saying they're going to show the scene where Chucky kills the teacher with a ruler. Exactly. A spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen the film. It's a spoiler alert on that. But yeah, so that's what it is. That's what's so goofy about all of this whole circus. It's not even. They haven't even tried anyone. One witness. Nothing at all. Nothing. Okay, haven't tried anyone. And yet, it's already starting to become a circus. It's already starting to become a vicious, disgusting display, a disturbing display, a monstrous display of injustice, and the overpowering use of force by the judge. He has force. That is the one of the key elements of force in a government. There's three agencies. There's the police, there's the military, and there's the law courts. And the judges have the force. He has the right. He has the power, not just the power, but force to state what can and what can be admissible in his court, and say what will be and won't be. I don't know what you're talking about, Rick James. You need to clean up your language or something like that. I don't know what you're talking about. You got the censorship to me with a C. I don't know who Martin Gore is. Do I have to look that up real quick? I don't even know, but yeah, I'll look that up real quick. See what you're talking about. What are you talking about, Martin? Okay, Martin Gore from Depeche Mode. Are you talking about? And he write something and he had lyrics or something like that were against something? What are you talking about? You got to fill me in. You can't just throw out different words and not give me any context. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me know. She's the girl who tried to get metal bands censored in the 90s. But you said Martin Gore. You said she. Martin Gore's a guy. What are you talking about? Please expound. Explain. What are you talking about? Who's the girl? The girl is whom? Martin Gore? Martin Gore is a Depeche Mode singer-songwriter. You gotta explain, but I gotta continue. This is gonna be, between YMW Melly and who's going into retrial now, and the YSL case, with the RICO, which I will forever forget. Racketeering and something, corruption organization. And so, I don't know what the I stand. What does the I stand for? I thought I was gonna remember. I thought I was gonna forget it. RICO. Racketeer influenced and corrupt organizations. RICO. Tipper Gore. I'm like, what are you talking about, Martin Gore? What are you? Yes, Tipper Gore. Tipper Gore was on the front line. Same thing with Lynn Cheney. Same thing with not Lynn Cheney, her mother. What was her name? Maybe it was Lynn Cheney. Was it? Yeah, Lynn Cheney. Yeah, Lynn Cheney, husband of Dick Cheney. She's 82 now. She was on board for censoring a lot of different works by rappers and other artists, rock and roll. Same thing with like you said, Tipper Gore and Lynn Cheney were on the bandwagon for getting lyrics out of here. When it was just ridiculous. Lynn Cheney or Tipper Gore, I think, was listening to a Prince album. Prince song, Darling Nikki, and he said, masturbating in the lobby with a masturbating with a magazine. I think that's how it goes. And so she was like shocked and appalled when, years before that. Let me see, Darling Nikki came out. Yeah, I met her in a hotel lobby masturbating with a magazine. That's the line. All right, that's Darling Nikki, and that came out in It was recorded in 1983, released in 1984. I'm gonna see Captain Jack, Billy Joel song, came out in November 1973, and he has masturbation in the title. I mean, not in the title, in the song, and that didn't get anybody's flags raised too much. It didn't get the sticker. That was, I think, Darling Nikki was the first record to have the sticker of parent parental advisory, explicit content. So that's the issue that we have to contend with there. I mean, I don't want it to be a white black thing, because that's stupid. Like I said before, it's all black music, no matter what it is. I don't care if what it can go stretching back to the 100 years ago. It's all black music, or has been black influenced, such as country. Country say, "Oh, it's all white people," and then black people were allowed in. No, black people introduced the banjo from West Africa to country music. So that's a contribution right there. But I'm getting off the topic. YSL definitely needs to have a defense where they can say, my lyrics are my lyrics. That's what I have for my art. That's what I use as my outlet for, making a living for myself, a great living for myself and my family and my friends, and reaping the benefits that this great country has afforded me. That's what is so prominent, I think, and it should be prominent within their case. I think the DA has a lot to work to do, because that's all they need are knee-jerk reactions. They'll probably gasp, "Oh my God, he said gun and rhymed it with fun," like Chris Rock said. There's gonna be like, "Oh my God, he said what are the lyrics? I just beat a murder rap, paid my lawyer 30 for that. Me and my slimes above the law." So that's from Just How It Is. That some of the lyrics that were omitted. Honestly, truth be told, YSL won't fold. Pick his ass off from the balcony. YSL wipe a nigga nose, and that's on Ew. So when they hear these lyrics, they're like, well, I wouldn't want my son or daughter to listen to these kind of lines from these miscreants. I wouldn't want them to hear that. When in reality, it's not true. It's not facts. It's not printed in a journal. Not regarded as, it should be a distinction. That's what needs to be distinguished. Like in books, there's nonfiction and then there's fiction. And what's weird is there's that gray area that some artists, authors use. They use real people, instead of making up scenarios or different names and things like that. But they actually use real people in fictional settings. That's where it gets very, iffy, where it crosses the line into whether, what is this fiction or is this nonfiction? What is this? What is this? Is this real? Is this not real? We have to focus on the fact that these are lyrics drawn to be exciting, to be and engaging and enticing, and very pivotal. That's what the idea is supposed to be. They use the lyrics to try to stir up emotions and stir up ideas and thought, not to be used against them in a court of law. That's the last place that they should be. It should be in the minds and of the people that listen to this music. And that's like I'm saying, I'm not the judge. Shouldn't be a judge like me. I'm not judging their lyrics. I'm not judging them based on whether they committed a crime or not. I could judge them based on they shouldn't rap about murder and hoes and rat and gangs and everything like that. Think about rapping about hospitals and schools and building up communities and creating wealth and making sure people are cared for and fed and as private units, not having the government feed and provide for individuals. That's my argument. But that shouldn't be. I shouldn't be able to go to a court of law. Shouldn't go to a law room and say, well, these lyrics aren't exactly on par with my capitalist ideals for the future. They should be. You gotta lock these kids up behind bars because they're doing something that is terrible and a detriment to the society at large. Now that would just be completely nonsense. That'd be completely ridiculous. That would be just horrific if I were to do something like that. I'm just imagining myself doing something like that and it just being a mess. It would just be terrible. It would be a sham. It'd be a shame. But that's what the prosecutors are doing. They're going forward with it full steam ahead. I guess they wanted to appease the judge because they pissed him off just a few days ago. For dragging their feet. So they probably said, "Ooh, here's an idea. We'll just get the lyrics in, and he'll sign off on it like that, like quickly. It wouldn't take any time." And so the prosecution is definitely looking forward to saying that. Okay, Rick James, I would say no. Never trust subjective judges. He's saying never trust the judge or the judges. No, never trust subjective judges. People that aren't objective about the law, who don't use clear reason and facts and reality and truth. That's the kind of judge you want to stay away from. You want to be on the fast track for clearing the names and clearing the ideas of the various people that are involved in this particular case. We have you have a whole group of people. There are at least 6 people that are accused of these atrocities. Well, you can trust your own judgment, Rick James. That's good in a sense, but you can't just trust your own judgment as such, quad judgment. You have to accept and trust your judgment based on facts and truth and reality. That's the case. So if this judge has any kind of idea of what it means to be, a total, hard-nosed, ready to, scrap with the defense and the prosecution, it could just be another messy case and it could be another retrial. We're dealing with some serious issues here. Rick James says we need to go back to the days of judges with the white hair, wigs, and long capes. Well, that's cute, but it wouldn't make a difference whatever, kind of garb they had. And they still use them in European courts, as far as I know. I think, and especially the UK and I think places in Australia, their judges, I think they wear the white wigs. I don't think that'll make a big difference. That's nothing to do with their brain. It's all about the mind. But they're just full of it. The prosecution's full of it. I'm for the DA, right? Not the DA, the defense team for now. I'm saying it for now. Not to say that I'm caping. I'm not caping. I'm not caping for anybody. If they did it, if they did the crimes, let it be the evidence. Let there be physical, actual evidence, like forensics, that took different, scientific approaches to let us know what is true. Let us know what is real. Not somebody's rap lyrics, whoever spouted off into a microphone, into a mixer and a DJ booth, or an engineering board. That's not evidence. Evidence is actual physical, bits and shards and traces and fluids and different pieces. That's evidence. That should be counted as evidence. The way the trajectory of the rounds, how they were fired, the muzzle velocity, the closeness of it, all that is evidence. That's permissible evidence to me. And I think to anyone who has rationality, that should be admitted as evidence, not somebody's rap lyrics. Rick James says, those are the judges we can true it. I know what you mean. You meant trust. I got you. You're all right. Don't worry. You're wait a minute, 35. You're 40. What? You're 75. You're 40 years my senior, so I respect you. So respect you. But no, this prosecution is way off. Why didn't they go for those forensics? Why are they going for lyrics? They're trying to egg on the jury. That's like I said, they're going to try to do a knee-jerk reaction. Oh my God, that's awful. That's terrible. I can't believe he would say that on a rap record. Oh my goodness, this is so terrible. He's got to be locked up behind bars. Negating the actual evidence, negating actual proof of wrongdoing, negating all of that. So we'll see what happens on November 27th. Because it's probably going to be a shit show. It's probably going to be a shit show. It's probably going to be, a lot of, going back and forth and tussling with words and trying to get one or the other caught up into a noose of rhetoric. That's what I imagine it's going to be like. That's what I can see it as. That's what I'm imagining it as. This is what's going to possibly, either have an advantageous action for thugging company, or it could just fall to pieces. If this defense lawyer's name is Brian Steele, if he is able to convince the jury that, look, hey, this has nothing to do with anything. You want physical evidence. You want actual samples. You want things of Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C that were found at the crime scenes, that were found on, either allegedly found on, the defendants, the defense. That's what you want to see. Not, what was their last record? Let me see. Let me hear that. What was the last lyrics? Oh, okay. Now my whole situation is swayed. I'm totally different now. I'm going for that. I'm voting for that. Rick James says in 2010, the band Cosmic Buns did a song about the murder of Obama, and they never got lawsuit. See? But then there are exceptions to the rule. If you explicitly say that I'm going to kill somebody, even if it is a song, and then you actually do it, I mean, it might be different from the chopping off the head, version, but there are such things as libel and slander. And with writing, it's libel. You can't say, against someone's character, you can't say, false truth against somebody's, life. But you can, kill as many people you want. You can, set as many fires and, do as much damage and bomb and missile attack everyone you want. As long as it's confined to the realm of art, it should not be something that's admissible to the court of law. That's the real truth behind all of this and what it really means and what it's going to see on November 27th of this month. Okay, half of the show over, half the show to go, and then we may have a question period. Now, my question, on this half hour is, are you your own boss? Are you your own CEO? Are you the CEO of your life? Do you have complete control over your finances, over your ability to walk throughout the world, go places, live your best life? Are you your own boss? I'm my own boss. I don't have anybody over me. I have a caretaker, a caregiver. I always say caretaker. Caregiver, my father. He mainly provides meals and automobile services. But it doesn't really negate the fact that I'm my own boss. I'm creating, content. I'm doing this show right now. I'm a boss of this show. I'm the boss of my channel. I run it like it's a business. Because it is a business. I'm getting more money than I would get if I was just writing. If I was writing, it would take me a month to get what I could get in a day and more. And only person I will claim that has inspired me to do this is Mr. Troy Star Terrain, who is a boss and has always been a boss. And I think I explained that. And I'm doing repeats. I think this is kind of like a repeat show, but it's like even when he was in the mailroom in MTV, he was a boss. He was a leader. And maybe I should change the title, because that's what we love to say in the military. Are you your own leader? That's what I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Say, are you your own leader? Can you lead your own life? See, some generals and admirals can lead men into battle, into fight, into combat. But they may not be able to lead their own lives. They may not be able to manage their finances. They may not be able to care for their own bills and different things like that. I don't know what Rick James is going off on this. I don't know what he's going. But no, it's are you your own leader? They say take me to your leader. You should be saying I'm the leader. I lead my own life. I'm able to adjust to any situation. I'm able to be the person I am supposed to be. And that is the best idea you can actually have as an individual. You're in control of your own life. You have the ability to control what you do in your own living space, in your own thought space. That's powerful. And not something that everybody has, because not everybody is a leader completely. Ayn Rand was going to title her seminal, monumental novel, The Fountainhead, Secondhand Lives. Now, I'm glad she did not name it Secondhand Lives, because it's not about secondhand lives. They're included within the story, but it's about the fountainhead. The fountainhead is man's ego. The source of all the greatness and goodness in the world is the fountainhead is the ego, the man's ego. So you have people that can, ride on the coat in the coast of other people and try to be themselves, and they really can't because they're too second-handed. Those are real people in real life. Ayn Rand had a story how she was inspired by a young woman, to write the Fountainhead. She that's why she had the idea of secondhand lives. She was like, if I get this correct, let me say it right. She said, if nobody had a car, I wouldn't want a car. If somebody had one car, I would want that car too, or it was something along those lines. Don't hit me too hard in the comment section, but it was along those lines. Either like she won one car or two cars, or she wanted to, beat others or something like that, or be just like others. And that's what Iron Man was like. Wait a minute, there's a story here. Hit me, okay. Greg ass. Okay, I got two allegedly broke ass niggas in the live. They haven't given a dime ever, never, not ever. But they're running their mouths. I'm not even gonna repeat what he said because it's corny. But no, you have to be your first-handed. You have to be the initial, even if it hurts, even if it's painful for the moment. I'm talking about mental anguish. Not it could be physical anguish, but especially mental anguish. If it's painful for the moment, it's not going to always last. It could be for a year, it could be for decades. But as long as you stay committed to your own ideals, your own rationality, and your own self-faith, not in the mystical sense, but your own understanding and commitment to your own life, that's the key. That's what's the most important. That's what stands out the most, because the oneness. I've talked about this before. There's one life, one body, one mind, all of that. It'd been cute. It'd been cute, Greg ass. It'd been cute if you had a dollar sign, and if you can remember, and if I remember, after the hour mark, if I might get to that question, because it's not that bad. It's not that bad of a question. So I might take you up on that. So there's a bit of contention in the world today, because there's that idea of altruism and selflessness and self-sacrifice and unselfishness. And then there's, I gotta get mine. I gotta do this is for me. It's my me day. It's all about me. Oh my God. And so people are torn. People are literally torn, in their minds over how they should be. They're, very, ambivalent. They're torn in their minds. They don't know what to do. They're not sure what to do, so they have to do anything. They can get in a high-speed car and race, through the streets. They get bottles of booze and down that. They get heroin and shoot it in their arms. Just a few cases. Or, the opposite. Sometimes people go, too hard on something that's healthy. They over-exercise. They could possibly hurt themselves with the way they exercise too much, because it's not always a good thing. And of course, it's the easy thing. There's eating. People, can eat their way, to an unhealthy position. So it's very incumbent upon us to be leaders in our own life. Because, like I said, there are military generals and admirals, the top of the top, that can send tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of people into a war zone. And it looks like, they are capable and able and ready. But in their personal life, they're a wreck. They've got a mistress. I'm talking about, I'm almost talking about exactly who this is. I can tell you who it is. General Petraeus. Look up Petraeus. They always say General Petraeus, Betray US. Because he pretty much took us into a horrible, stupid war that was outlined mainly by the Bush administration. So he can't take the full brunt, but he does take a big chunk of it. It was most likely, like most of the all, it was George W. Bush that got us into the Iraqi war. the war in Iraq. And what was it called? Operation Iraqi Freedom, not Operation American Freedom. So you have to be completely brainless and senseless to even realize that that was a worthy, operation name. We're freeing Iraqis, not protecting American citizens. We're making sure that they can vote. We're making sure that they have sewer systems. We're making sure they have schools. Meanwhile, not to say that the government should be doing it, but it's worse. It just magnifies and worsens and deepens the idea of what government should be doing when you have a whole idea of sewers and schools and different things like that being built. And what's being built in America? It shouldn't be built by the government. Government should be step out of the way, say hands off, let you builders build and creators create and doers do. And we'll just protect your rights. That's what the government should be doing. So when the closest thing they could be doing is at least making sewers and schools and different places in America. That's the least they could do. That's not what they should be doing though. But that's what, Petraeus and Bush were, all about. Selflessness, unselfishness, altruism. That was the whole campaign. So that's this disturbing kind of reality in which we live. We're ambivalent. We're all ambivalent, myself included. I'll say it too. I'm torn between a lot of things. I'm torn between making money and helping out, my family. I want to help out my family, but at the same time, I got to get paid. So I'm torn. I'm very ambivalent about that. I'm at a point where it's like I have to, it makes me want to do more. It makes me want to be it makes me want to be more, productive. It kind of makes it like a forest fire or a wildfire, a controlled wildfire, because it restarts the brush and it allows for more plants to take root and grow. Those are controlled fires. I'm not talking about completely out of control wildfires, but maybe some wildfires are even good. But good fires, good controlled fires are like that. You have something that's seems like it's devastating or destructive, but it's actually promoting something that's creative. That's what's so special. And Greg S has the laughing, sideways, crying emoji, which I have no idea what it means. Is he laughing at himself in the mirror, naked? I don't know. Pause. So there's this growing notion of being able to really contend with, okay, laugh all the way to the bank, exactly, but you're not contributing to the show. I don't know how you live with yourself. I really don't. You haven't given one dime to the show, and you're saying you're laughing your way to the bank. Okay. I don't know how you can be a freeloader for this long, but that's fine. I'm not going to put you out. I'm not going to put you in detention or wherever they're talking about, blocking you or whatever. I'm not going to block you. You can be here all you want, and let the people like Height and Courtney and Spirit Smooth Tunes and Tone J and all these other people that have contributed to the machine. You should be thanking your lucky stars for them. The mental bank, not currency bank. Well, you mean the memory bank? There's a memory bank. Specifically, mental bank is a memory bank. But no, are you your own leader? I mean, they have dozens of conferences and shindigs and parties and stuff like that for leadership skills. There's tons of books written every year talking about leadership. Are you a leader? How do you become a leader? How do you maneuver through these systems? How do you maneuver through life? They're almost like a subgenre of self-help books. But the leadership is mainly confined to your ability to command business meetings, to command various ideas related to creating new products. It's all on that. It's how you can manage people under you. Are you a velvet glove, with an iron fist, or is it iron fist and a velvet glove, something like that? Yeah, you have an iron fist and a velvet glove, or something like that. And how do you manage? How do you control or direct other people that are under you? How do you do that in your own life? How do you know how to get the right woman or the right man or the right other, whoever you want to be? I don't care. LGBTQ, if you want to be that. How do you treat your partner? Do you treat your partner with respect? Do you have a proper relationship with them? Maybe your romantic life is beautiful. Maybe it's going well. Maybe everything is going swell. You're about to get married. You're about to have kids. You're about to adopt. You're about to do something like that. But your finances are in the shitter. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You have no idea what to do with your life. And as it means with finances, with money. So what do you do? How do you correct that? How do you correct that shit? How do you make sure that you're a part of something that is going to continue to be, of stature, of value? And how do you make sure every aspect of your life is you leading it, you being the driving force behind everything that you do? Not you, waiting on somebody else and seeking the approval of somebody else and saying, "Oh, is this right? Is this right? Am I okay here?" You can actually ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, you have to actually do the job. You have to actually do the work. It comes out. You are the one. You are the main focus. You are the exact point of what it means to be a human being, and you have to address that to yourself every day. You have to have that affirmation every day. Every single day you wake up, in the morning, night, whatever time you get up, you have to realize that, hey, look, I am valuable, I am viable, and I can make a difference in my own life. I can be selfish, I can be rational, I can be egoistic, not egotistical. I can be, arrogant instead of narcissistic. So Greg S, I'm actually going to say he actually is making sense. He's saying be your own boss. I know I can be what I want to be. Okay. He's taking Nas. I was just about to say Nas. I just said Nas, and he just put up Nas. I just said it at the same time he said it. He's taking it from the song I Can, which is complete bullshit. Nas, I don't know what you were thinking on that. You weren't being a leader on that song. You made up complete horseshit worth of history. They said shut off the nose to impose what basically still goes on today, you see? Okay, so they didn't have guns back then. There weren't anybody that was shooting off any noses. And if anything, they wouldn't have enough guns to shoot off a nose of one of the monuments, one of the monuments in Egypt. So that was complete bullshit by Mr. Nasir Jones. Just turned 50 this year. Same year as hip hop. And look at that. So many people in hip hop. so many, different people that, you think are your heroes and are supposed to be, representing the culture, the genre, really, and they can't lead themselves out of a a a a, a situation. They can't lead themselves out of any situation, any given situation. They can't lead themselves out of it because they're not fully committed to the idea of selfishness. To be a leader, you have to be selfish, and nobody's going to say that. Nobody's going to say, "Oh, selfishness is a part of being a rational human being." No, they're not going to say that. They're going to say you should help. You should strive to help others. You should be able to help others in every way. You should be, they may not even say altruistic, but they're going to say, if you have to sacrifice your time and your life to help others. That's going to be the calling card for anybody that wants to have the worst life possible, or questioning life, a weird. Am I doing this right? Am I having the right things? Am I doing the right things? And is this the right way I should be going? And all this. So that's what's key here. That's what is so important. That's what's so crucial to all of it. That's why I think it's so. That's why I think it's so important to any individual, especially in the United States, especially in the year 2023 and beyond. That is what is so crucial to all of this. Korean TV. Can't remember if you donated for Korean TV. I would love a donation today. Star sent me. Okay. Don't forget to. Have $0 raised, $80 to go. That's so. I'm gonna try to have my streak going. I think since Tuesday, I think I had at least $10. So if I can at least get $10 to $20 out of y'all, come up with a plan, a contingency plan, like a leader. That'll work for me. Thanks, Rick James. Even though you're not contributing to the money, I appreciate your candor. Great show so far, he says. So if there's at least a bit of time where you can, find in yourself and your soul and your whole being of who you are and what you are, you have to be selfish and know it and own it. So most people, that's what they say. Isn't everybody selfish? Yes and no. People are, thoughtful for themselves and want to care for themselves and do for themselves and all that. And that may seem like they're selfish, but they wouldn't admit to it. They'll say, "Oh, I'm not selfish. I care about people a lot. I donate to the church. I donate to various not tax deductible organizations." So it's just weird when it comes to that. It's a very strange, intersection of having people who think, and do for themselves or feel they're doing for themselves. They may not be thinking about it, but they want to, help others for the sake of helping others, not to help others because, it's rational. It benefits them in some way. Altruism is like a blood disease. It's like we got rid of mysticism and we got rid of collectivism. Altruism still seems to linger on. It still seems to continue on with what we do. Mysticism, it died mainly during the Renaissance and the rebirth and the of reason, the age of reason. Collectivism mainly died after World War II. It wasn't a serious affliction in the body as much. Of course, there were scores of people, and there's scores now that are affected by, collectivism. Under all of its under the umbrella of communism, socialism, other things like that. But you have altruism, and what is? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what we're going with. It's like leukemia. It's like lymphoma. It's like myeloma. These are blood cancers. That's what altruism really is. It's a blood cancer. It wreaks havoc on the system, the body. And it's far worse than I think mysticism and collectivism combined, because it's so difficult to treat, just like cancer. It may go in remission. We may have different periods where we're selfish and we're rational, we're self-interested, but then we have periods where we're not rational, we're not selfish, and those are what do us in. Those are the evil parts of our reality. When we don't express ourselves in the sense of being rational human beings and selfish human beings, we get in all kinds of different stupid wars, stupid ideas that we get into, stupid organizations, alphabet soup. EPA comes to mind, really pisses me off. There should be no EPA at all. If there's a private organization, sure, I mean, it'd be completely evil and vicious as well, but to have a government organization, Environmental Protection Agency, are you kidding me? That's bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. Should not exist. Just like the DEA, just like the FDA, the IRS, I can go on and on with all the letters. And the FBI and the CIA could be bulked up. They're legitimate, at least. Their mission is to protect individual rights. That's their mission. Now, they fail at sometimes. Same thing with the military. They fail, but the whole idea is to protect individual rights. And they're like a paramilitary. They're like the police, CIA and FBI. Their whole role is to protect individual rights. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's the whole idea. And that's what we should be able to expand upon. Should be able to do the things that we want to do in life. Does your girlfriend have money on like a Cash App, Rick James? Does she have a PayPal? I don't want to just have a hello. Does she have PayPal? Does she have Cash App? That may be true, but does she have Cash App? That's all I'm asking. I'm gonna be dry today, it looks like. Which is cool. I get money either way. I get my money. So, given the fact that we have so many options available to us as leaders, as people that lead their own lives, have great personal lives, have great professional lives, private lives, public lives, all kinds of lives. They're consistent. They're all on the back of each other. They're all conjoined. They all make sense. It's all rational and selfish. That's the kind of life you want to lead. You have to have, before you can lead anyone else, you have to have a leadership for your own life. That's just a fact. Before you can tell someone else where to go, you should have been there before, or you should be in an instance where it was like that, or somewhere else where to go. So if you want to be a leader, just remember, always be selfish. That's what I gotta say. All right, open up for questions. Greg asked if you want to ask a question. Anybody else? Rick James, if you want to ask questions, I'll be happy to answer. You got any questions after the hour mark? All right. I'd rather live in Mexico, Brazil, or Spain, and why for each one? I wouldn't want to live in Mexico. Wouldn't want to live in Brazil. I'd rather live in Spain for the weather. Are you going to celebrate Veterans Day? Yes. I'm going to go to as big places and get fat and sloppy. And it's my birthday tomorrow, so get ready for that. Marine Corps birthday is tomorrow, 248 years. So get ready for my show I'm going to do tomorrow. Brazil's the unless it's at depending on where you are, you have to. This question has to go further. It depends where you are. It depends where you are. If you are in the favelas, I think you're at a disadvantage. I think, if I'm not mistaken, like the people at the top of the mountains or the places are at the cheap or on the low end, or the poor classes, and everybody down below has mansions and stuff like that. But I will reverse that. I can't speak really on a favorite South American country because I've never been outside the United States. Why the hell would you go to Brazil to a favela? That's what I said. Not to the favelas. I wouldn't go to the favelas. Well, that should be understood. Okay. Any more questions for me? We got a few more times to go. What were your child TV shows? Oh God, there's too many to list. First, the one that comes to mind was a cartoon. Cartoon called Centurions. Then another one would be the animated series Batman, or Batman the animated series. Favorite Disney movie? Toy Story. You doing to trick off on some single mothers this weekend? No, I'm not doing to trick off on some single mothers this weekend. Do you like the reaction channels that do the clickbait thumbnails? I don't even know what you're talking about. But I like to get involved with some clickbait so I can get more views and more people on here that are spending money. If so, can you replicate one? I don't even know what you're talking about. Favorite holiday and why? 4th of July is the greatest holiday in all of history. It's celebrating a birth of a nation that is the noblest of all time, all in human history. It's during the summer. It's everybody's on break. It's ironic and weird and awkward for people in the UK because they got their asses kicked. Kind of. They didn't really get their asses kicked so hard because the English were like, well, we have more problems with Spain and France, so we're not gonna mess with you guys. Go on with your little rocky, colonies and everything. Do whatever you got to do. And they're like, oh, look at that. Look at America. They came up. Really? Look at that. We're successful. So it's just a weird kind of situation for them. All right. Best day of your life. What happened? Explain the impact it had on you. Oh, man. Best day of my life. Best day of my life was probably. Oh, this is a good one. This is good. It's 'cause I'm trying to think of it. Best day of my life and what happened. Explain the impact it had on you. um, Best day of my life was May 25th, 2007. It was a chance encounter with my girlfriend at the time. She was on the same bus as I was, and I didn't expect it. Like it was we didn't plan it or anything. So we were just talking on the bus the whole time. And it was a free day. I was off of work. I was listening to the dropout. I mean, not the dropout, the graduation, the mixtape, to graduation in the library. It was great. It was wonderful. When he met Dwight Howard, that's cute. Anyway, favorite actor who played Joker. Oh man, Jack Nicholson. Yeah, definitely Jack Nicholson. If you could turn back time, could you find a way? All right, that's it. Those are lyrics. That was cute. That was cute, Rick James. Yeah, a little bit of a show there. I see what you did there. No, we got time. You got 23% left. Why Jack Nicholson explain? Because he can be really understated and then burst out into action. Yeah, it's over the top and exciting and exuberant and very the energy is contagious. You're like, whoa, he's like jumping off the screen. So that's why I like Jack Nicholson as the Joker. I think that was in Batman. I think it was in Batman, the original, just Batman by Tim Burton, directed by Tim Burton. Hell of a movie, hell of a cast. Who was that? Kim Basinger, Michael Keaton. Was that Michael Keaton in the first one? Can't remember. I'll look it up. Batman. The what is it? The soundtrack was by Prince. Yeah, Kim Basinger, Michael Keaton, Jack Palance. Good lord, Billy D. Williams was in Batman. All right, so no, it wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer. It was Kim Basinger. Even Paul Rubens was in Batman Returns. I didn't know. I didn't know. I don't want to claim that because I don't know if that's true. Um, yeah, I'm not claiming that, sir. Not on my show. There's no proof that he's a. Of course, of course it's true. No, it's not. You have to prove it to me. Show it. Show me the you're worse than the prosecution. You want to have lyrics in the courtroom. Um, that's what I'm saying. He's nope. No, he's not. I'm talking about Batman, the original Batman from 1989. That one. 1989. Paul Rubens was not in that movie. Vicky Vale. Vicky Vale. And Kim Basinger is up there in age. She's 69. What a number. You're putting T-turns, first of all. No, yes, directed by Tim Burton. Give me exact data. Give me exact information on that. And then I'll say, okay, I concede. He was in that movie. Until then, he wasn't in the movie. When you're wrong, sir. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Just stand on it. Stand on the fact you were wrong, and we'll proceed on. It could have been it was probably a different Batman, but it's not Batman Returns from 1989, starring Michael Keaton, Kim Basinger, and Jack Nicholson. Let's just end it right there. Ask me some more questions. You're the only one in here. Only one. There's only one viewer. Got 6 likes though. Not mad at the likes. That's good for algorithm. Oh, Batman. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. You said he's in the movie. Then you said Batman T-turns. I don't know what T-turns are. Okay, returns. Okay. Okay, I can see that now. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Tucker, what's his last name? What's his last name in the movie? What's Paul Rubin's character's last name in the movie? I'll give you time to look it up. Yeah, what's his last name? I said what's his last name. Nope. Not Pennyworth. Nope. Keep look. Search thoroughly. Keep searching. Don't me mad. Don't me mad. You have to use proper English here, sir. Don't remember. Okay. It's Tucker Cobblepot. I was just seeing if you would know. But I understand what you're saying now. See, before you were like, he's in that movie. I'm like, the movie what? Then you said T-turns, and I'm like, I don't know what T-turns is. He was a character. I wouldn't say he was a main character. He was a secondary character. He was a secondary character. Michelle Pfeiffer's up there too. She's 65. Damn. He was in 90% of the movie. He played Pink. Okay, no. Danny DeVito played the Penguin. What are you talking about? Christopher Walken was also in the movie. Yes, that's true. Yes. He played Max Schreck, a ruthless industrialist. Oh, yeah. Every industrialist has to be ruthless. You can't have a businessman that's, smart and handsome and, all about selfishness and able to not step on anybody else's toes to get his gains. He has to be ruthless. Favorite cereal. that was a shift right there. Wow. Okay. Favorite cereal. Count Dracula. They don't even make it anymore like that. But I love Count Dracula. The marshmallows and the chocolate was great. Favorite Pop-Tart flavor. They had Wildberry. Wildberry is my favorite Pop-Tart flavor. When will we get to the secret to rule on the kingdom of the air? I'm making it into a book, but you won't be able to see it until I'm dead. I'm writing the chapters now. It will be released at the exact moment that I expire. That's right. That's how I'm scheduling it. I'll be dead before you. So you don't know that. You don't know that. You have no idea what that is. You have no clue. So come on, keep on with the questions. Don't just stop there. And you said Alf, the kingdom of the air. I mean, come on, man. Engage the autocorrect or take off the autocorrect. Something. You gotta do something better than that, man. Straighten up the tie. Okay, talking about taking hits to Angie now. Okay. Favorite Rolling Stone song? Oh, let me make sure I get the name right. She's a Rainbow. That's my favorite Rolling Stone song. She's a Rainbow. Favorite Muppet? Waka Bear. Isn't that his name? Isn't it Waka? Waka Flocka? Is it? What's his real name? Oh, hold on. What's the bear's name? Fozzie Bear. That's my favorite Muppet. Fozzie Bear. That's it. Come on, keep it coming. Got a few more to go. It's going down rapidly though. Well, can't I don't know what you want. What are you saying? Beyonce or Rihanna? Rihanna, really, or Robin? What are you saying? Beyonce or Robin to do what? To say what? To go to get ice cream? To what? Ice cream. You make map. Oh my god. I say neither. Neither one. So I'm not gonna make mad passionate love to any woman. It's gonna be 2 minutes and 30 seconds to maybe to 8 minutes, and that'd be it. They can turn over and finish themselves off. Pistol or rifle to Robert James. Greg S is on some next shit. Rumor on the street is Beyonce is stinky, so Rihanna for me. Okay. I never got that memo. Favorite share moment? The one that won her the Oscar. When she slaps, I think it's Nicolas Cage, and says, snap out of it. That's my favorite share moment. Dominicans. I don't even know where you're getting this Dominican shit from. Carry blades, no guns. A machete. That's what I carry. I carry my shit. Most difficult person I've ever had to work with is this guy. I'm gonna tell some Marine stories tomorrow. Tomorrow is just gonna be Marine Corps stories. But I had a guy in MCT, Marine Combat Training. He was just annoying as hell. He was overweight. He was probably in the pork chop platoon in boot camp. MCT is the training you get exactly after boot camp. And he was just like sloppy and just an annoyance and just stumbling all over the place. And I had to keep I had to have him as a buddy, to during different fire watches and stuff like that. So he was just a pain in the ass the whole time. He was singing Linkin Park songs and shit. He was a mess. I don't even remember his name. I used to remember his name, but I don't remember what his name was anymore. Probably a good thing. Do you like the cream? Oh, okay. Yep. Nice try, Rick James. Nice try. I'm not going to even repeat that. You were doing well. You were doing well. If you're not going to do serious questions or just questions in general that aren't trying to catch me in something, then we can just end it right now. I got money for the show. I snapped a streak where I was getting money Tuesday and Wednesday. It's fine. My favorite ancient Chinese secret is I'm not telling you because it's a secret. Do you think Rick James sleeps with a nightlight? A nightlight. He missed the T. He probably sleeps with a CPAP. I would imagine. Probably sleeps with a respirator or some kind of function. Salute, height. I'm serious, man. Height. I know you do $10. If you just do $10, I will be a happy man. Just do PayPal. You already know what time it is. You already know. I want to do 3 days in a row with at least $10. All I'm looking forward to. I'm trying to find the wording to put this right. Let's see here. Seeking your pledge. All I'm asking is $10. That's how you do. That's how you roll. That's what you do here. We have broke niggas, allegedly. Rick James and Greg Ass haven't sent a coin, haven't sent 10 cents in. You've sent over $60, $70 probably up to now. I appreciate all that you do. I appreciate all those dollars. So salute to you, sir. I'm seeking your pledge of $10. That's all I'm asking, just $10. It's the fourth quarter. It's November. I gotta be like Mike Jordan on him because every fourth quarter I like to Mike Jordan him. Who said that? I don't know. She must be doing business. That's all I can say. She must be doing business. Rick James. Who said? Because every fourth quarter I like to Mike Jordan him. He owns number one albums, like 4 of them. More of them on the way, and the 8th one is on the way. Clear the way. I'm here to stay. You can say the chitter chat, this and that, this and J, this and get you maced. Who said that? Nope, not Tupac. Well, Rick James, honestly, you should be doing business with me. We should have a very clear-cut money exchange, or you give up your funds and I give great content. What are the thoughts on Frank Ocean? I don't really have thoughts on Frank Ocean. I don't really care about Frank Ocean. He's a singer. He's a great singer. But it seems like he fell off in the last few years. Who is? Is who a mad genius or a tool? I don't know who you're talking about. Mr. Okay. I don't know if he's a tool or I won't say he's a genius. He's not a tool. He's just has to confront with his sexuality, and he may be bisexual or whatever he may be. That's his business. I just hope that it's not wreaking havoc on his psyche, and that he can be a healthy being gay. I don't know. See, that's conjecture. I'm not going to repeat that on my show. I don't know if he's transsexual or not, or transgender. I don't even know if that's a proper term. If he's a nigga with a wig. Did you believe the world was going to end in 2012? No. I believe that was complete nonsense. That's, mysticism at its worst. No. What were your reactions when the pandemic started? I just knew that the government was going to bungle it. Didn't matter if it was Biden, Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton. Didn't matter. It just happened to be Trump, and he was horrific. Excuse me. He was horrific. Did you run to Walmart to get your shelves stocked? Yes, and the Home Depot and to many other stores. The supermarkets. We have ShopRite around here. We went to ShopRite, Redner's, all those different places. %7 left. Get your questions in. Well, that seems interesting, Rick James. He says, I only went to the liquor store and got myself a 200-ounce bottle of Fireball and called it a day. I don't even think they have a 200-ounce bottle of Fireball. Let me make sure. Maybe they do. I don't know. 200-ounce. They have a 200 milliliter, not 200 ounce. Is that what you meant? 200 milliliter? Favorite Usher moment? Probably 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. That's my favorite. I just think that's a great opening line. That's a great opening line for R&B song. That's my favorite Usher moment. Most difficult thing about being a YouTuber? Let me think about that. Could it be getting money from you motherfuckers? That's the first thing that comes to mind. Like, it's amazing. I can show you, my monthly rates. October was off the charts. It was crazy. You gotta put an ad on that. But to be honest, it's not really hard. I just sit up here and go off of research and run my mouth, and I sometimes get paid. So that's always good. Sometimes I don't get paid. That's part of the market. That's part of capitalism. It's part of rationality, reason. Sometimes if I don't move, enough minds, if I don't garner enough people, then I'm not going to get paid. So that's just a fact of reality. Feast or starvation. It's feast or famine. That's how it is. I have $65 in one day and I have $0 in the next. That's just how it is. That's the reality of the business. Which I'm not knocking, I'm not hating, I'm not sobbing. Poor me, I'm not getting money. I'm just saying it's just a fact. It's just a fact of reality. Feast or famine. Let's roll the dice. That's right. I don't gamble with my money, I gamble with my life. Who said that? Favorite chef, boy or ravioli? Come on, Rick James. I got free air. I got space going on. I got just no sound. You gotta have instant. You have content. Continually until you have those pauses. You have those pregnant pauses. Like, okay, it's about 2 percentage points left. Now I gotta get the hell out of here. If you got a girl pregnant, what would be your first action move? Make sure I had enough money in my bank account for an abortion. They don't come cheap, and I know that'll be my first move. Abort. On God. There is no God, but on God. Come on, you got 2% points left. If I got Katy Perry knocked up, see, now you're making a difference. You said just a girl. This Katy Perry just isn't a girl. She's a multimillionaire. And I'll make sure I got the money off of her. Oh, the money from her. You won't have to worry about money. Exactly. Yeah. I'll pimp her out. What if you got Susan on the corner knocked up? That'd be a wrap, man. That's a definite abortion right there. No question. I'm just saying that's the truth of it. Do you wear a do-rag every day? Yes, I do. I'm just doing a quick text. This girl, she's messing with me. Are you growing waves? No, I'm bald. I just like to keep the cap on my head so my head isn't exposed. 4 people in here. What is Papa Saunders up to? I don't know. He's upstairs, probably sleep or something like that. How's your niece? She's doing well. She's smarter as a whip. She's learning letters and numbers and reading faster than we can all do. Burp. I don't even know what you're talking about, Greg. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah. Stop it. Don't tell me Henry Winkler. You no. He's 78 years old. Don't play with me like that. Henry Winkler is still alive. Don't be smoking packs to people that are still alive. What's wrong with you? Don't be smoking no Henry Winkler pack. That man's still living. No, it's not. Because they say in some cultures it's a sign of good luck. So I'd rather take that. I don't believe in luck. I'm just saying it's a little thing. It's just a little quirk of nature. Something that happens like that. Well, I thought I was allowed to smoke packs of the living. No, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm just pointing out the fact that he's alive. And I was just wondering why you're smoking a pack to somebody that's still alive. But it looks like we snapped it. Hold on. When Henry kicks the bucket, will you do a show dedicated to the Fonzie? I guess the Fonz. I mean, I'll see what happens. Let's let the man live first. And I'm going to continue living as well. I thank you very much for watching. Didn't hit my goal today, much like I haven't in the past few weeks. And I didn't even get a cent today. But that's okay as well. I appreciate the fact that people tuned in. I got 6 likes, and more people were concurrent in the viewership. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Take care. Oh, yeah, and don't forget, my birthday's tomorrow. See ya.